Hello Year 1, so good to see you back practicing your Casey the Caterpillar handwriting shapes. You're going to need something to write with, something to write on, and a place to sit where you're in a chair at a table so you can do your very best handwriting. Pause the video, go and get ready now. In this video we are going to review and practice our open mouth shape. We're also going to have a look at the cup shape, which in the story Casey the Caterpillar is climbing along her branch and she comes to a seed pod which he thinks is shaped just like a cup. And then the third shape we're going to practice is a possum tail, which Casey notices when she meets Percy Possum, and his big bushy tail hangs down below the branch and has a big curve on the end. Okay, first things first is we need to set up our page so we can practice our shapes. We need to draw our tree trunk down the side of our page, like our margin in our book, and then 3 branches attached to our tree trunk. These are the lines of our page. Then you need to draw a butterfly egg on each line. This shows us where to start each line, and it's right by the tree trunk where it's nice and safe for the eggs and they're not going to fall off. On the top line we're going to practice our possum tails. Now possum tails start in the same place as our short stick and our hanging stick, so that's halfway between the line on the bottom and the line at the top. So over here it goes down, it goes past the branch or the line, then it curves up at the bottom. So don't forget your finger spaces. Possum tail, possum tail. Once you've worked out how big your finger spaces need to be, you don't need to put your finger there. Keep going all the way across the line. Make sure when you do the curvy bit on the bottom of the possum tail that it doesn't go too far down onto the next line, because you're not going to have any space on the line below otherwise. Possum tail, possum tail, possum tail, possum tail. Okay, if we added a ladybird dot to each of these possum tails, do you know what letter we would be making? It would be the letter J. So now we are going to go on to our next line and we're going to practice our cup shape. So this starts just in the same place that our possum tail, short stick, hanging stick start, halfway up the line. You go down, it curves back up when it touches the line that it's sitting on and comes back to halfway. Don't forget your finger spaces. It curves down, touches the line and curves back up. Cup. When you get halfway, stop. On the second half of the line we're going to practice our open mouth shapes. Now we're pretty good at these open mouth shapes. They again don't come up too high, and we start on the right side. Remember, Casey the Caterpillar's moving across the branch this way, munching up all the tasty green leaves, so she can't be facing the other way, she has to move that way. So starting over here, open mouth, open mouth, open mouth. On the next line we're going to join some of these shapes together to make some letters. So let's draw in our hand first. You need a cup and then a possum tail. Do you know what letter that is? Let's try it again. Cup, possum tail. It's the letter Y. So let's practice that one first. Starting over here, right by our butterfly egg. Starting halfway up the line, cup. Keep your pen on the page. Possum tail. Finger space, good. Cup. Keep your pen on. Possum tail. Cup. Possum tail. Last one. Cup. Possum tail. Alright, now in the second half of the line we're going to try another letter, joining together an open mouth, close it up, possum tail. Which letter do you think that is? Try again. Open mouth, close it up, possum tail. It's the letter G. So, open mouth, close it up, possum tail. Open mouth, close it up, possum tail. Open mouth, close it up, possum tail. Last thing we need to do is go back and look at the letters and shapes on each line and choose our favourite or best one. So looking at the J, or the possum tail, we're making sure that they start halfway between the lines, not too high, not too low, that they pass through the branch or the line and then curve up at the bottom. So I think that one might be my favourite J. Now looking at the cups, remember they also start halfway between the lines. They go down, they only just touch the branch that they're sitting on before curving back up. I think that one is my best cup. Then open mouths are always going this way across the page. So I think that one is my favourite one. I like how it's nicely curved. Now looking at our Y's and G's. So we're trying to combine these shapes to make a Y and a G. I like that one there. It's got a nice curve. It's not too high, not too low. The possum tail doesn't go too low and it curves up at the end. And then G's, I think I like that one. It's got a nicely curved open mouth and a nice straight possum tail. Well done, Year 1. Thanks for following along with Casey the Caterpillar handwriting. In our next video, we are going to have a look at the shape that Casey sees when she meets Sammy the snake. Which letter do you think we're going to be practicing?